into this. I think the most obvious one, obviously, is to just go to shop.hero.gg, not anymore, but you get your hands on a physical card. You unopen the box, you have those cards. It's as easy as just downloading our Hero app, scanning the QR code on the back of the card to unlock the digital twin within the platform. So all of the NFTs are pre-minted through Immutable X. You just scanning the QR codes to redeem it within the wallet, and your account on the app acts as your wallet. So the idea here is really to bring a much broader audience than just the NFT audience into crypto, and also vice versa, have this amazing crypto community. Yeah, give them a platform as well to show people who are not into crypto, to show them what the benefits actually are of this technology. And that's the goal, I think, for this project, is really to leverage the benefits of the technology, but bring it to like fans across the globe.
Oh, absolutely. And even for me, Miguel, as somebody who's already an avid NFT collector, and I have been for a long time, this is like awakening a completely different part of me as a collector, and has like reinvigorated part of me in terms of being excited to collect NFTs, and the part with the physicals and everything is phenomenal. So, from the moment you guys told us about this, the first minute, I've been ecstatic to do this, and it's great to see it finally come to life. How do you come up with something like this? Like, where do you start? Like, what was day one 2.5 years ago starting on this project?
It's actually a combination of different passions. I think from my end, I'm gonna give the floor to Mark as well, because it's not only my world coming to I mean coming with this. It's worlds colliding. But I'm myself a passionate like collector. It's inside all of us. But I was working for a big printing company called Cardamuni. It's the biggest board game card game manufacturer in the world. So we're in this like day-to-day printing, having these fantastic physical products in our hands. But on the other side, I was seeing what was going on in the digital space, right? So for me, I was looking for a way to bridge the gap and to start linking these two together and seeing what additional benefits this could bring to the fans.
Awesome. Well, there you go, and it spawned all this, and Mark, I'd love to hear your thoughts there as well, because I know this is a long time coming for you.
Yeah, sure. We've been, as Collects, we've been working on products since 2017 in the collectibles and NFT space. So we've been at it for a long time. And really the genesis of that was, a combination of passions as well. My co-founder, Gavin, and I were both big card collectors as kids. I grew up in the middle of nowhere in Canada when it's minus 30 outside in the winter. Not a lot to do other than play video games and collect trading cards and things like that. So, I was big into, some of the early top Star Wars stuff, and obviously, hockey cards and stuff like that. And Gavin and I were having a conversation in early 2017 about some of the other, collectibles companies whose names shall remain unnamed or unsaid, but we were using some of their digital apps, and we just felt like there was so much more that could be done. And so we decided to, create a product together and a company, and the rest is kind of history.
that's how it started. I think on our end, Cardamom companies that just said with over 300 people working on a global scale. So we always say the sun never sets at Cardamundi. So also this reflected in our team. We have an international team working on this. I myself, I'm at headquarters in Belgium. Dries, our fan experience manager, is based in Switzerland. Then we have team members all across the world, in the States, in the UK, in Brazil, in India. So I think on our end, we actually have a quite elaborate team who's working on.
I think maybe broke up there a little bit at the end.
Yeah, maybe I'll just kind of jump in on our end too. So we have a strategic partnership with Cardamundi and Collects. So as Collects, like I said, we run some of our own products as well in the esports and gaming space, and we've been working with Cardamundi as our printing partner, and that's where we built out and perfected this whole digital physical bridge, connecting those two worlds and connecting physical cards into a digital app. So we've been, at this for a while. You can, go and check out our EpixGG, CS:GO trading cards, also for PUBG Mobile if you guys are into that. And basically, see that we've been working together successfully for quite a while and at scale. And we're really looking forward to working on, Hro and helping support.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay. Well, a stack team, and just for anybody curious, we at the First Mint, as you guys know, we're we do a lot of different things, but we mainly just talk about NFTs with podcasts, with newsletter, all that kind of stuff, and we are covering a lot of this Hro stuff. Personally, I'm really passionate about it. And yeah, that's pretty much the nature of the relationship there. We're involved. We're working with these guys to get the word out, to help explain this stuff, to help, talk to you guys, the collectors, and kind of create space, create conversation with everyone here. So very stoked on this, guys. Let's actually, one last question, while we're talking like vision of the product, and Miguel, you kind of touched on this as well, is that like, if someone is brand new to NFTs, and let's be honest here, like NFTs are kind of mainstream now. Like most people know what they are. Some people, a lot of mixed opinions. Some people aren't sure how they should get in. Some people aren't sure if it's a real thing or not. Obviously a broad array, but definitely for something like this, it's like, listen guys, we're bringing Batman to NFTs, we're bringing the DC multiverse, we're bringing these amazing physical cards that are physical digital hybrid cards. Somebody who's brand new, why should this be their first NFT project?
I hope you guys can hear me better now. Can you quickly confirm, LG?
Yes, you're great now.
Perfect, cool. No, great question. I think for us, this project is arguably the easiest product and project to enter the NFT space. So I think even a lot of people who don't know a thing about NFTs will not even realize the cards they are buying at Walmart or on Amazon, for example, will not even realize these cards are actually minted on the blockchain, which gives them obviously a proof of authenticity and a proof of ownership. So also for the traditional trading card market, I think this is a great step towards the NFT landscape, just because we are offering solutions here with a couple of issues the community has been dealing with for the last couple of years. Obviously, you touched on it, the incredible artwork, the legendary icons and iconic superheroes and supervillains of DC. These we couldn't have wished for a better first partner to start our journey. So I think we are bringing something to the table that no other project has currently done, which is really attaching that physical, tangible piece to the NFTs. And also, yeah, as we said from the beginning, bridging that gap between those two worlds, I think, for me is a great stepping stone to bring those two worlds together.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, great explanation there. Let's dive into some specifics, guys. So, what I think what a lot of people want to know is that the physicals are sold out. Is there what's coming next? Like, are we doing a digital drop soon?
Ha, good question. So first, I want to clarify for the entire community the stock we were supplying on our own D2C web shop has been sold out. This was just a fraction of the entire stock that will be available. So physical product will hit the shelves probably around mid-April as well. At the moment, this is Walmart in the US, also Hobby and specialist channels in the US together with Amazon. The product will be also live in the UK. Currently, we're doing a pre-sale on Zavi. I saw a couple of hours ago there was some product left, so you can still make it to Zavi to get it over there. But the stock will also be available at Game, and more retailers will be announced in April for the UK. And then in Brazil, we will also be available on Amazon, and in India on both Amazon and Flipkart. So that's a bit on the physical side. There will be digital drops coming, so that's super exciting. But more to we will communicate more about that. I think a little bit later in these stages.
Oh yeah, that's coming a little later. Can we go over, Miguel? So for people waiting and people looking forward to that, it's a good time to just kind of review a lot of the specifics of the project, specifically when it comes to rarity, right? Like what I'd love to hear, like if we can go over the rarity types, and then also kind of why you went with that specific tier system. I think people would love to hear that.
Sure. I think if we look at the collection, I think you should always be looking for mainly two specific things, right? So the rarity is being indicated by these different tiers. These tiers range from common all the way up to mythic, and you can see the determination of these tiers by the color in the bottom part of the card. So common cards are gray, for example, with one bar indicating it's the first tier, and then going all the way up to mythic, which is like a very cool dark orange color and golden print on the cards. So these are the tiers, and it works as a pyramid system, as everyone knows. So the common cards are more available. You will find these more in packs, and this is also being indicated on the app. So the commons, they range from 51,546 to be exact on a common Batman card. So it's a transparent collection, and everyone will see the entire volume of a specific card in a specific tier. What's cool about the mythics, for example, is only 1,000 of these cards have been printed, and they are all scattered throughout all of the packs that you'll find. So finding one of these mythic cards, so one of 1,000 within a total collection of over 6 million cards, I think that's something valuable. So that's very short on the tiers. Secondly, the thing you need to look for is the actual mint number. I'm gonna let Mark dive into the mint number system.
Yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So as Miguel said, one of the drags of being a physical card collector, especially anyone who collected through the 90s, is that you never really knew the circulation of and how much of anything was being printed. And it turned out, a lot of the stuff was overprinted and ended up being, more junk than anything. So, one of the things that we always wanted to do was provide a lot of transparency into exactly how many of every card were out there. So basically, when we started out, we basically set up our mint so that every single card would have a batch and a mint number within the batch. So for instance, the A1 card is the first the first card of that specific type of card that was printed in the batch. So every card has an A1 like within the set. So if you've got a common, you should take a look at the mint number, because that could be a really low mint and be very sought after by collectors. So even common cards can have a lot of value within the set. And on top of that, each card has a leaderboard score. And we'll get into leaderboards maybe a little bit later, but the thing to mention here is that the mint number factors into the leaderboard score. So the lower the mint number, the higher the score for that particular card. So if you've got like a common card with a really low mint number, that's the best leaderboard score that you can get from that common card. And that comes into play a lot when people are trying to rank up and earn rewards.
Oh, I like that. Finally, serial number matters more than just what other collectors think. I love that that's going to matter score wise. That's awesome. Mark, while we're on the kind of like technical side, or when we're, you know, I do want to ask you, and a lot of people do want to know this, especially.
So what do you guys think about that?
But I feel like a lot of the collectors we have here.
I mean, that sounds pretty good. I figured they would have something like that. The lower the mint, like the more points you would get for that card. And I was right. Like my suspicions were right. My speculation was right. And yeah, so if you got low mint cards, it's gonna be, you're gonna be up there in the leaderboards.
Absolutely, yeah. So
That's pretty
we're
good.
working these items
That's awesome.
on Ethereum Layer 2 in partnership with Immutable X. So if you're not familiar with Immutable X, they are a carbon neutral Layer 2 built on Starkware's technology. So basically they do roll-ups to Layer 1 on a daily basis. And so basically we can provide all the security and interoperability of the Ethereum network, which is you know, the largest ecosystem for NFTs at this point. And we can also provide that without, number one, you know, the carbon emissions problems that are currently an issue in the NFT space. And number two, we can provide trades and you know, market transactions and things like that that don't require you to pay expensive gas fees. So we provide them without any gas fees and things like that. So overall, it makes the experience a lot more you know, cost-effective, environmentally friendly. And on top of that, it lets us scale up a lot more. So as Miguel mentioned, you know, there's I think over 6 million
you get one of those low
cards in the
cards,
physical set.
it's just like VV.
So you know, that's just not possible
either
at Layer 1 at this point. It's just too expensive. So it lets us kind of scale out and give a lot more collectors the ability to get their hands on this stuff and take part.
I want to buy some too, man.
Dude,
I'm gonna see if I can
what
buy
kind
them
of
through the website as well.
In the future, like how many? I'm just trying to think. I've been trying to think since we've been talking about this project. Like, how many daily transactions could we even be thinking about here? Like, so many. I feel like there people are going to like really like trade this, buy, sell, trade with each other, whatever it's going to be, right? So it's a fantastic move to tap Immutable for that, you know, and be ready for that volume, really.
Absolutely, yeah. Just our Counter-Strike product does, you know, on busy days, well north of 25,000 marketplace sales. So it's we're talking big scale.
that would be painful on mainnet. So I'm really happy it's on Immutable. Although gas fees are down a little bit, but still, that'd be a little challenging, especially you know, for people who want to, you know, scoop up some of the more common ones, right? It'd be kind of annoying to do that. So great to hear it's on Immutable. And I believe, Mark, sorry if you mentioned it, but that we'll be able to port our cards out of the app like to Immutable's marketplace. And I think some of the people who got some at the promo at South by have already been able to do that, correct?
Yeah, we haven't made it super public yet, but people have figured it out. If you connect your, you know, a MetaMask wallet to the web app, you can just click a button and move your cards out to Immutable X, or you can move them out to Ethereum Layer 1 as well. You just need to wait for a roll-up and pay the gas fees once you get over to L1. That's it.
There you go. Beauty. Well, thanks for explaining that. I do. We were going to talk about marketplace and stuff like that.
They already said it before.
You already
that
mentioned,
go to shelves.
you know, the scores of the cards and the leaderboard.
So
I'd love to hear just a little bit more about like how
too. Because if I can buy a mega
how
pack for
collectors are
$120,
approaching
I mean,
like leaderboards and some of the other apps you've built, and kind of like what
each.
you guys are expecting. For
there's like
this
24
one.
packs in there. That's
and again, it's very speculative. This is a really open-ended question. So we're just kind of love to hear like how you think people are going to use that, how you've built it for people to use it, and just kind of dive into that topic a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So with leaderboards, we always wanted to, like, you know, fundamentally, we want to make the product accessible for everybody. If you just want to, you know, go out, get some cards, collect, have some fun, you know, make some trades, we want to make the product available for that. We don't want to have, you know, a minimum of $1,000 to get into it or anything like that. That's not our goal. But we also want to provide, you know, for the serious collector, the ability to earn some stuff that's very special, to have fun competing against other people. And so leaderboards is kind of like the best way to accomplish that.
The pre-orders,
And
if you were able to buy a
one of the things
box
about
or any of
the
the packs,
leaderboards, which is
the
nice,
pre-orders
is
do
like we
ship
automatically
mid-April,
generate
so
them for
we'll get them on
every collection.
around
They're
maybe like the
generated
15,
for
16 by the
countries.
20th.
They're
And I
generated by
think
season.
the
They're
other 4
generated by
million
a
supply,
variety of
it's gonna
different
go
things.
like
So
in
everyone
May,
can kind of
beginning
pick
of May,
how they
I
want to
believe.
compete. And
Not
so
sure. So
for
you get it just a
for
little bit
you,
earlier,
if
so
you're from Belgium like
you have a small
Miguel,
advantage
and
there.
you really want to
getting
be the
it
top
earlier.
collector in
And
Belgium,
if you can,
well,
you flip those
can
NFTs,
try and rank up on that
and
leaderboard.
cash out some of that money, go
And
back and
that
buy
kind
some
of
more
gives
boxes
you
at
an accessible
at
and
Walmart
like
if you can.
achievable
I
way
mean,
to compete,
that's gonna be
which
my
is pretty
plan.
cool, we think. And then for the ultimate collector that really wants to show off their fandom, you can be the number one on the global leaderboard collector in
And
Belgium.
if
We've
you
got
can, you
a
flip those
set of
NFTs,
collectors that try and rank up on
and
in our other
cash
products,
out some
whether
of that
it's
money, go
and
back and
that
buy
kind
some
of
more
gives
boxes
you
at
an accessible marketplace or our esports products. There's a wide variety of collectors that like to compete on different things, whether it's by their favorite team. So for instance, you could try and be the number one Batman collector or the number one Black Adam collector, and you can kind of rank up that way. And then on top of that,
Dude, Black
the
Adam, dude,
leaderboards
I love
have
Black
special
Adam.
rewards.
If I
So for
can, I'm
each
gonna
set,
collect a bunch of Black
we
Adam. That's my
do
favorite,
kind of
one of
like
my favorite DC
a
villains.
period where you can collect it, and then there's a cutoff period. We do a lock, and then we do rewards based on the top X collectors receive a special exclusive item, and oftentimes the number one, number two, top 5, top 10, depending on what we're doing, they'll receive actually like a really special item, whether that's a one of one for the number one collector, or a signed item or things like that. We like to keep it interesting and kind of change it up for each collection.
Man, you already got my gears going. I'm just like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to be at the top of the Batman leaderboard, because I feel like it's gonna be highly sought after.
Come on,
But I'm already
LT, you
thinking,
gotta
like,
go for it.
oh no! I'm gonna pick like an obscure person. Like I'm gonna be like the top Mr. Freeze collector or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, or something else like that. Like I gotta pick a totally different character, but then totally own it. You know what I mean? I always want to be a little bit different, like a little bit hip. I'm a hipster collector guy. You know what I mean? Like, no, Batman's cool, but I love Mr. Freeze or like, I don't know, Poison Ivy or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, okay, that's great, man. I love the depth that you're describing, and that kind of stuff is going to be like, kicking off like at the start of the project. Like that's pretty much going to be available, right? Like leaderboards will start basically essentially as soon as people start buying the
you can
start to
you
get
can already
these,
check
right?
them out.
Like,
Yep.
you can already check them out. Okay, so it's already
Yep.
there. Okay, fantastic. Speaking of marketplace stuff for funds, I'm assuming it's relatively straightforward to kind of load in some money into the app, right? Or is that what we do? Is that what we bring can we load credit card or ETH, or what do we do there?
Yeah, so to start off with, basically there's some different payment types depending on whether you're using the mobile app or the web app. So on the web app, you would load it in using Circle Pay, which today is only, unfortunately, credit cards, but very soon going to be offering crypto payments as well. And then on the mobile apps, obviously there's Google Play Store payments and then iOS App Store payments. There is a little bit of an extra fee on the mobile apps than there is on the web app, just because Apple and Google get their share, and because you're able to actually cash out your balance from the app, we got to make sure that fee is taken into account.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, thanks for explaining that. Guys, we're kind of done. We're kind of wrapping up the part where we're talking about the specifics of the project. I do want to turn to community in a minute, but before we kind of jump off from that, I do want to swing back to Miguel. Miguel, this is your vision. It's coming to life here. What is your like one big like wish, for the project here? Like, what is the like the absolute like this project has done it. We're here. It is the project. What does that look like for you? What's that end vision or kind of the big vision?
Yeah, I think for myself, and also for the team, we're in this for the long term, right? So my ultimate dream would be I'm living in Europe, so I'm quite familiar with like the Panini sticker hype during World Cup. This is a little bit the long-term vision I have, seeing people trading and being like the staple community trading card platform for fans across the globe. I think that would be my long-term vision, is to be the one and only and the best platform and community for trading card collectors and fans all across the world. And to be here as long as possible, and to see my own grandkids start trading and collecting cards.
Grandkids. My God, man, Miguel, how old are you? That's so you threw me off with grandkids. I'm like, you have grandchildren already, man? You're so young when we talk. Okay, whatever.
I mean,
no judgment. No judgment here, man. No judgment here, man. I know what goes down in Belgium. Okay, like I'm not no judgment here. Okay, nothing for me. So
I'm indicating the longevity of the project, right?
yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you, man. Very cool. Okay. Let's jump over to Dries. Let's jump over to Happy Hero. Dries, we haven't heard from you yet, but you know, we're all here in the Discord. This is where the community is coming together. You know, everyone has waited patiently for the last like 2 weeks, staring at that timer, getting little hints of things to come. Tell us what's happened in the Discord so far and where we're at.
Yes, love it. So actually the timer, you know, we want to keep it nice and tidy. We didn't overly want to crowd the Discord. And I think, like, you know, we want to be open to everyone, right? So I feel like people who aren't really familiar maybe with Discord, that we've been trying to lead into the Discord as well. Like if you come into a Discord, it's overly crowded, too many channels, you don't know where to go. So we were like, okay, let's tease everyone with a timer. Let's be mysterious, like see it tick down. And then I love the community jumping on it, going, let us in. I've noticed, guys and girls, like I've noticed. But yeah, no, so we've put up that wonderful timer. We hope you enjoyed it, to the countdown to today. I'm super excited to talk to everyone. I'm super excited that the channel is finally open. Some of you might have seen yesterday, we've opened a little bit more features like the social, the official links, the guides. And there's more to come, right? Like there's more to come.
And I know what you mean, man. As soon as we were like, okay, let's just do the timer, and then immediately people were DMing us being like, please let us in, you know. And I think that's great. I mean, I think you know, I think Dries, between us, we wanted to build a little bit of that anticipation, right?
Exactly.
Give people something to wait for a little bit. I heard the
scratches at the door, you know. I was like, okay, I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open it. No.
No, come on. These people aren't scratchers. These people are like chanters. No. They're like, let us in, let us in.
True.
We want some hero cards, you know. Like these guys are a great group. I don't know. Scratching is extreme imagery. So we've got the chat open, and are we keeping this open once we're done here on stages?
For sure. Yes. So I'm jumping in after. Keeper is there already. We have other people, right? Like I'm gonna do a full call out, but actually let's just head into the call out, right? Like so there's Keeper and Happy, like myself, from Hero. Then we have Word and Schmo, they're from Collects, so they're gonna be hanging out with everyone here as well. Like Mark said, don't send the technical questions to him, but maybe, you know, Schmo and Word can help out. But then there's definitely, I'm just jumping ahead schedule, but I want to let's hear it for, and I know you guys can't let us hear it, but feel free to go crazy in the chat. Let's hear it for Queen Maxi, Joris, Frozonity, Matic, and Silva, and Theo. So these guys are and girls are gonna help us with the moderation, and so we're here for you now. Like it's open, we're not closing it. We're here to stay.
Yeah, let's go mods, guys. The mods, that was the official introduction to the mods. You're going to see them. There'll always be one of them on duty to chat with you guys. So yeah, huge shout out to the mods who are going to be helping us out on this project. Be nice to them, but hey, you know, make sure you ask them some good questions. They're fantastic mods. You know, that we're looking forward to having them be part of the community. Dries, I think one thing on that note of, you know, the mods handling questions and all that kind of stuff, you know, you've worked incredibly hard. You and the team have worked incredibly hard to set up a really great support system. And everything we've heard from Mark and Miguel, this is an ambitious project. There's a lot of working parts in this project. People are going to have a lot of questions, right? Like today we've got our hardcore people. You know, these guys, everyone here today, like these are really smart people. These people are going to figure it out. They're the kind of people that they open the app and in 2 seconds they know everything about it. But over time, a lot of new collectors are going to come in, like we heard from Miguel. New, like people that are new to NFTs are going to be coming in, and as we know, those types of people,
those are the ones that are going to be bringing that I was saying earlier,
right? Especially something's not working, the little spinning wheels going too long, or something like that.
NFTs,
can you walk us through the support system that we have here for Hro?
Crypto.
Exactly that. So we want to be inclusive to everyone. So that's why I said
when you
keep
swap them
the Discord nice and tidy. But now obviously we have these wonderful mods. We're going to be here to guide you. So you know, feel free to ask questions. We're here for you. But we're really here also just for the community. We want to have a place where everyone can hang out, geek over their favorite characters, share the stoke of opened cards, find trades. You know, we just want to have this place lively, friendly. You know, amazing. And then obviously the ones who actually want some support, like we've been hard at work, as you said, LG, on like a support center. So there's the support.hro.gg. It's a center where you can basically find articles. We're listening to everything you all are saying. So we're going to keep, you know, adding to this support center for articles for those who just want to read and learn a bit. You will see that there's the get started guides on the left side of the Discord, where you can just read the guides. Depending, you know, if you're completely new to NFTs, let's say, like, don't worry about it. Mark Donovan and team, like, they did an amazing job on making the app and the platform super user friendly, right? But then also the ones who are super, you know, diehard NFT people, if they just want to know which buttons to press, they can just read that guide as well and just go, okay, now I know how to get in. But it's super easy, right? As Miguel said. And then, you know, of course, like, we're going to be here for you. Like, we want to keep the Discord, like, ideally a place where we're just hanging out and having fun with it all. And then if you really need support, we actually have agents available. So you're able to reach out to direct support through email. We try always to get back to people in 48 hours. It's been a bit crazy the first week. So just, you know, bear with us as it takes a little bit longer. But then, yeah, it's great. I'm loving it. Like, I'm loving the feedback I'm hearing from the community. I'm loving the team I'm working with, and I'm loving that I'm now going to be able to hang out with all of you.
You're never going to sleep again.
Nope, I'm going to live in Discord. Yeah.
That's it. Yes.
But the cool thing is that's like Miguel said, right? So we're gonna be like around
they actually
the world.
do pretty good answering really, back on Twitter.
They're actually really responsive. And, like, tagging Keeper, and then Keeper takes it over, and we're gonna have the mods. So we're gonna, you know, one wonderful big team.
That's it. Yeah, and looks like we've already got a really tremendous community in here already. So, you know, we're gonna keep those good vibes rolling. So Dries, thank you for all that, guys. We've come to the part of the stages that I think a lot of collectors have been waiting for. They want to know what is happening next. And I tried to get it out of Miguel at the start, but he wouldn't give it up. But now is the time where we're going to get some of that. I don't know, some people call it alpha, some people just call it a little schedule or something like that. But we're going to get a sense from these guys in terms of what is coming next. The digital shop the physical shop is sold out, but we know there's more coming. And before we actually turn it over to them to tell us, guys in the chat, people in the chat, collectors, community members, you guys have to summon it. Okay, so we've loaded in here a bunch of different emojis from the DC Multiverse. Okay, like if you click on the emoji button, you click on Hro, you'll see them. You should be able to use them. And what I want to see from you guys is go in there, pick your favorite emoji from the Hro Multiverse or from the DC Multiverse, and put them up. I want to see a bunch of these. I want to see like a stream of them. And once we feel like you guys are really, this is the digital version of you guys like cheering on so that we can get some of this upcoming info. I also have to say these emojis are fantastic. So congrats Hro team and DC Warner Brothers team. I love the look of these. The Riddler one, Mr. Freeze, all the Batman villain ones are fantastic. Wow. There we go. Look at that. You guys are pumped. Okay, who put all those? One of those was not Hro ones. Okay, I saw that. Whoever you were. Okay. Wow. There's some amazing ones here. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to jump into this. Hero team, I don't know who's supposed to answer this question, but what is coming next? Good.
Well, I'm going to hand the mic to Mark, because
Sure.
I think what everyone wants to know is, when's the digital drop?
When's the digital drop? The digital drop is coming up. It is coming up on the 31st, and it's going to be
I want to check
pretty
these
epic.
out. Cannot wait for these.
Very excited. Our creative team on the Collect side's been working on it in collaboration with Hro and DC, and we've got a pretty exclusive set that's going to be, themed around something that's kind of topical right now. This guy named Batman. If you happen to be in Oaxaca for the past month, Luke, and weren't able to see, there's a new movie out, and it's pretty amazing. And so we're taking a look back through the history of Batman and through that universe. And so we're going to get a wide range of characters. The high level, it's a 30 card set. And then there's also, some interesting stuff in there that we'll get into in a little bit. But as far as the set overview is concerned, there's everything from commons to mythic in there. So there's actually going to be a 1 of 1 inserted into packs. So that's going to be obviously the chase element. And then we've got everything from common, uncommon, superior, epic, legendaries, and we've got a wide range of characters from the whole Batman universe, and it's pretty fun to see. I don't want to get into too many spoilers before we announce like all the breakdown of it. We'll give you guys a very detailed list of exactly what's in there, the characters and the different card types and things like that. But just wanted to give you a little bit of a teaser on that. As far as the rewards are concerned, we're going to have both leaderboard and completion rewards for the set. So basically, the leaderboard will go out to the top 100 leaderboard placements, and then on top of that, everyone who completes the set is going to also receive a collection reward. So there's some details around those, which again we'll give you guys all the details, but that's the high level.
What's the reward?
The reward's pretty cool. So basically,
are you allowed to say? Sorry, I asked that like totally off script. Am I allowed? You don't have to say.
I can. So the rewards are going to be so they're based around the movie posters from the movie. One is Batman and one is Riddler.
Amazing. I did finally see it, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, good.
Yes, I have seen it. So now I can look. I can look at the cards that are from the movie, and it's not a spoiler for me. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, it was interesting to get to see the cards early and try and piece the whole thing together without spoiling it too much. But I guess one of the other things to kind of mention too is the legendaries and the mythics in the collection are animated too. So they're really cool cards. I think people are really going to enjoy them.
Awesome. And we've just opened up something else that we didn't tell anybody was going to happen. And it's called Roll Choice. It's not related to the cards, has nothing to do with the leaderboards or anything. There's just something kind of fun that we wanted to put together for you guys. So if you go up, it's under the category It Begins. Okay, so just below the timer, it's a channel called Roll Choice. And what you want to do is you want to go over there and you want to pick your emoji and pick very wisely. Once you've picked, cannot undo it. Even if you unclick it, once you click it, that's it. That is your choice. You have chosen the emoji. Okay, so be very careful with your choice. Look at all the options. Pick your emoji wisely. We have a massive slate there of superheroes, super villains. They're all there. So go and pick your emoji very, very, very wisely. Excellent. So Mark, we got the preview of what's coming up. I do have a note here that we can still buy physical cards. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Miguel?
I clicked on it, but
So at the moment, as I said before, at Zavi, I mean, I have to check because I mentioned them like 15 minutes ago, so they might be out of the door already. But at the moment, the physical cards, the pre-sales have all been sold out, but these will be available, as I mentioned previously, on Amazon, at Walmart in the US. They will be available in several different hobby and specialist stores as well. And then, as I mentioned previously, stock isn't sold out completely, right? It's only the exclusive pre-sale that has been sold out, and we will be available at or e-com or brick and mortar mass retail stores in the US and in the UK, and e-com only in Brazil and India.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. There's more on the way. I think, gentlemen, unless you have anything else to add to all of that, I think we've reached the Q&A portion. I think we have time for just a few questions here. So if anybody has them, post a question that you guys have for the team. Tag me in the Hro Hangout. Make sure you tag me because there's gonna be a lot of questions. There'll be a lot of people. So if you guys do have a question for the team, tag me in there. Let me know what you do have. I did have a question from earlier that we can start off with. It's kind of a funny question. How often does the Hro team talk with Warner Brothers?
We just got
That's
out
a
of a
really good
call
question
with
right
Warner
there.
Brothers right before the stages. So no, we have a very good relationship together with Warner Brothers that also dates back before
You know what I would
Hero
love to see
actually.
if
So
since
as Cardamone,
they are Warner
we have a
Brothers and DC,
well-established
I would love to
relationship with
see some
them.
Mortal Kombat
At the moment, we're
on
talking
HRO
really
from
on a
Hero.
weekly basis.
That'd be sweet. I
We
would love to
will
see
meet
that.
up
I don't know about
again
you
as
guys.
well
You guys tell
next
me.
week
You think maybe we
physically
can get Mortal Kombat on here?
at NFT LA. So everyone who is there, you can find us there next week. But we are like chatting like on a daily basis.
I figured, yeah, that's what I meant. It was a funny question. I hope that's what you would answer. What is the expected shipping date for pre-orders?
So at the moment, it is mid-April. So if anything would change around that date, then we will communicate as quickly as possible. But it is mid-April at the moment.
Okay. Okay, so mid-April is the shipping date. So I assume people would get it probably pretty soon after that. Complicated question here for you guys. What happens to the physical card if you sell or trade the digital twin?
This is actually a very, very good question. So props to the fans who were asking this. I think I started the project where I was of the opinion, let's keep them together. Let's keep them together. The card acts as the physical shell, and the digital NFT acts like the soul of that card, and they cannot be separated. And that's how I started off this entire
Well, that's an
journey.
interesting
And I
concept,
still
though.
think that
Pretty
is a
interesting.
very how do you call it, realistic approach for the people who want to keep them together. So at the moment, it's all up to the community to decide if they want to keep them together or split them. So it's nothing we can enforce at the moment. We will be looking at providing a system for people who do want to keep them together to do this in a safely manner through our
Or maybe
platform.
like you'll get more points.
I hope this answers the question.
Maybe they can add something to the card where they can you
Absolutely.
can say, "Oh, I actually own the physical
How,
card."
Mark,
and
maybe
it'll
more question
grant
for
you
Mark.
extra
How will the
points
drop
on the
work
leaderboard
on the
instead
app?
of just having the NFT?
And also,
by
I saw a
itself,
question about
you know what I
price
mean?
point as well, which is a great
That'd be an
question.
interesting concept too.
Yeah, it's a great question. So the first set is going to be just over 10,000 packs, and the price point is going to be $50 a pack, and you get 3 digital NFTs within that pack. So that's the price point. As far as how the drop works, it's going to be pretty simple. There's a packs or drops area of the app, both on the web and the mobile app. As long as you have balance at drop time, obviously you can buy. And because we think this is going to be very popular, we've kind of built a sort of queuing system or registration system where Once we open up the registrations, which will be soon, basically you can just come in and at any time you want to until the registration period ends, you can sign up. And basically we'll have 2 different times for the drop. One will be a whitelist, which there will be multiple ways to get on. So definitely stay tuned for that if you're really wanting to get in on the drop. And the other is just the main drop. So we'll run the whitelist drop, an hour or 2 before the main drop. So the whitelist people will have the ability to go in and buy. That'll be capped as well. And then the main drop, basically all the people on the list, their usernames will be randomized. And then basically we'll have an order. And all you have to do is basically wait for your email or push notification, depending on what you have enabled. And once you get your notification, you can go and buy it anytime, as long as there's stocks left. So basically, what we want to do is make sure that, number one, we provide a really seamless experience for getting into the drop. And number two, that unlike some other drop systems out there that are queuing, you don't have to sit around and wait for your turn for potentially days to get in on the drop. We want to make it nice and easy, and hopefully this is a great system.
Excellent. And there's one interesting question here that I hadn't thought of. Will people be able to see how many of the NFTs have been redeemed on each card?
Yeah, that data will be available in the API. I'd have to check and see whether that's actually in the interface as of now, but the information will be there for sure.
Okay, cool.
Dude,
so
that's
there'll be
awesome.
some way to
So
find
in
that
case
probably for people.
Maybe
That's a great question. I hadn't thought of that, but that's like that's
not
a whole new
everyone
dynamic
redeems
to
their
the supply
cards.
question.
Maybe someone just has a
right?
pack
Is
sitting
how many of them
there
have
on
actually
their
been
shelf
redeemed,
for
and which I
years
guess
and years,
from
and that card
coming
never
from
gets
our world,
redeemed.
from
I mean,
Top
that's a
Shot and all that
good
kind of
way
stuff.
to
It's like
know
how many are still in
if
packs?
it's still
kind of
in
like the
box
question
or
we would
if
ask.
someone just has it there stored
exactly.
away. That's a good way to know too.
And
how
again,
many
really specific
cards are
question.
left out there
People
that
are
have not been
eager,
redeemed.
Mark. When will people at the top of the leaderboards begin to receive their rewards?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So typically what we do, like we're running monthly digital drops. So the cadence will be typically about, we do the drop, and then approximately 3 weeks later, we'll do the leaderboard and completion locks. So the reason we do the completion rewards too, so we don't give you the completion reward right after you finish it, because enterprising users, let's say, might get the reward and then create a second account and trade all the cards over and complete again. So we do it only at once. So you need to have your completion on that lock date and time. And if you want to compete on the leaderboards, basically there will be a date and time too where we basically do a snapshot and we do the rewards based on that. And the rewards usually come, a day or two later, depending on the team's workload and stuff like that. But that's how the process generally works.
A question, thank you for that, Mark. A question about the API you mentioned. I saw a few questions right after you said that of how open or public the API will be, and if the community is going to be able to build, some of their own tools or projects around that.
Yeah, so currently the API is quote unquote unofficial. We do have, however, community members who have built lots of applications on top of our API. So some users on our esports products, for instance, have like power user features where you can do a bunch of like detailed searches and stuff like that. And that's something that we definitely want to do a better job of supporting. And there's, some, I would call smaller things that we can do to really enable that more. And that's definitely going to be a priority over the next couple months in order to unleash the community on, what can be built around this.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, obviously, one of the bigger questions, and as you know, I live in Canada, is I think we could probably just circle back real quick. There's a lot of questions about releasing in the other markets, and I know having worked with other NFT companies that coming to Canada and coming to other countries like that is it's something that's hard to give a timeline for because it's something that, you know, typically you guys are actively working on, but it's kind of hard to nail down. Can you guys give us any kind of update there, or like rough ETA, or even just kind of like the status of those?
So the team is actually looking into this. I can't give exact dates at the moment, as we can't promise anything and not deliver to that. So we always want to keep our communications short and crisp and completely transparent. So as long as we don't know it, then we won't communicate it about it. But I can tell you, we are working very, very hard with our teams to open up other countries and other regions. And I will say it is looking good to broaden these regions. But still, as I said, I won't confirm anything as long as it's not confirmed by the internal teams.
Got it. And sorry guys, we've been talking for an hour. The digital drop next week, is it going to be the same stuff that's been in the pre-order, or is it going to be different?
All unique content. It's different
all unique
content than in the physical set. Yep.
Okay. Do we know? Can you say anything else? Can you tell us anything else of what's in there?
Geez, man, you're really trying to get the.
I'm sorry. I want to know personally. I'm just not even.
Yeah, so it's all about.
We all want to know what's in
there's
those
lots
packs.
of stuff from the comics, some stuff from the movies, and it's a very limited set of packs. It's only 10,000 packs, only 100 complete sets max. So we think this is going to be a really sought after collection, and we're really excited to see everyone's feedback on it.
So these might be
and
really
for
hard to get.
any more information on that, guys, like if you're in the Discord, you're going to get that info. Like that's over a week away. So any questions on that,
from their website,
price, what's in it, all that, I'm assuming is going to come from the Hero team between now and the drop. So even if you didn't catch everything here, that will be coming back. And I guess the two last questions here. A few others that I've seen. One is about, like, I've seen a few people mention different like comic book conventions, and obviously, the Hero's going to be at NFTLA next week. But Miguel or Mark, is there any plans for Comic Cons? Obviously, it's a place that you guys would want to be, and you were at South by with that fantastic setup, a fantastic booth. But any other plans or hints as to where we might find the product and the team physically this year?
Yeah, so I mean, it's not 100% confirmed, but I think people can start booking their tickets to San Diego this summer. So I think that's a very, very cool place to be together with the DC team, together with Warner Brothers, to actually be there, be with the community, talk to everyone. So I think summer is looking very well for us, and obviously there are a lot more events that we will attend as well as a teams. But also here, nothing is confirmed at the moment except for NFTLA, which is already happening next week. So once we have firm dates and firm events where you'll be able to catch us, obviously the team will make sure that we communicate about this as soon as possible, so you guys are able to just come and hang with us.
Excellent. Okay, great. I will do my best to be there. And this is a question, I mean, I don't know if you're able to answer this, and I will say that it's like today we are very much focused on DC and the multiverse and Batman and everything we talked about today. But naturally, Miguel and Mark, like people here today are hearing your vision. They're hearing about the wonderful app and all the technology you guys have built and everything that we're going to be experiencing here. Are there any other brands or IPs that that are going to come someday to Hero? Is that in the works, or are we here strictly for DC? Even if you can't, you can just say no comment or just say I don't know. That's okay too. That's a really like big question, so don't feel like you have to answer it.
That's it.
Cool. So every time now you type your chat in their Discord channel, you'll always have that little Mr. Freeze or whatever you
as I would expect. Okay, fantastic.
So see, as you can see there, you can.
I tweeted the other day about Beavis and Butthead. So if you guys could get that, that'd be perfect. That just complement it perfectly. I'm just kidding. It's a great show.
Yeah,
Okay.
who owns that IP? We gotta.
Yeah, go find whoever. It's Mike Judge, the guy who did like King of the Hills, the same dude. I don't know if he owns it, but anyways, listen, if I could craft my Batman cards and Beavis and Butthead
See,
cards,
people
it'd be
in the
amazing.
chat are talking about Pokemon.
But
because like I was
that's
saying, these guys
I'll work on
actually,
that on my own.
Didn't they do an
they're the
episode for
ones
the
that
Batman tie-in
printed the
too?
cards for
Did they?
Magic
I feel
the
like they would
Gathering,
have.
Uno,
Yeah, I
Monopoly,
thought
Yeah,
Pokemon,
Batman.
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
okay.
But
These
that
guys
was a
are
long
the
time ago.
people responsible for printing out those cards and putting them out for sale in public.
Okay,
So you never know, one day we
I
can
think
get
there's
Yu-Gi-Oh
a few
cards.
other questions
That's why
I
we
have
did
seen.
see, if you follow
One of them is
I
the
forgot who it
digital
was, they
cards
made
that
a
we are
YouTube
going to
video
get
that there were
in the drop next
Yu-Gi-Oh,
week and other drops after.
squares
What's the deal?
for
Do those
Unimmutable
come with a
X
physical component?
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Is that
So
maybe a
there's
TBD
good
or a no
possibility
comment? I
that
just want to know what's going on there. 'Cause
HRO
that's a
is
natural question. I think we've seen
responsible
a few
for those
times here.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You know what I mean?
I think
So that's a good
it's
possibility
great question.
too.
I think everything that we're striving for is bridging the gap between physical and digital. So stay tuned. Keep track of everything that we're communicating. The goal is there to get everything hybrid. The hows and the who's and the what's and the whens. That's something that we will communicate later.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, even if it's a stay tuned, that's totally fine. I did see a few people having issues with a login or Apple login. Just so you guys know, the support team and Dries are aware of that, and you can ask them, or they might send you to support. It should be working, or just try and reload if you are having those login issues where it should be working. If not, I think the support team will be able to take care of you in the chat or send you over to support. So. Dries, I don't know if you had any comments there. I know we're just kind of chatting about it in the back channels, but where
Exactly.
you want us to direct those people.
No, perfect. I mean, so username change, as you saw, you'll actually have to make a support ticket for it. So if you did choose a name that you don't like and you want to have it changed, then let us know what was your old name, what was your new name, and we're gonna have a quick work of it to change it. Apple specifically, there is like this problem where there's like an addition in front of your username. So if it's that, just also please at the moment make the ticket, but we're working on getting that fixed.
Okay, great. There you go. There you have it, folks. Great. Well, I don't know if you guys did you guys see any other questions in the chat here that you wanted to address before we wrap up? If not, this has been a fantastic session.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, there's so many good questions, guys, and we'll come back to those as soon as possible. I just think
you're right.
it's
Those
amazing,
10,000 editions that you
to
release, they're
see
just
all
going
of
to be
you here
exclusives for the
in
HRO app.
Discord,
So they're not going to
just
sell them out
hanging out with
on
us.
physical cards. So
It's
the only
been
way to get
incredible
those,
ride, and we're
you're
only
going to have to be on the
just
app,
starting.
get on the
So
white list,
thanks
get
for
on the
that,
waiting list, and try
just,
to get those.
welcome to the Hero family.
And be lucky that you're
Great.
picked.
And yeah,
to
for
get one
any
of those,
other info,
packs.
guys, or anything else is going to be posted in the Discord. So you guys just hang out here, right? Like, we're just getting started. Like Miguel said, this is all just getting going. So I know you guys have a lot of questions. We are going to be doing more of these stages as we go as well. So, creating space for you guys to ask more questions and to kind of explore and chat with you guys as well. So keep an eye out for that. The Discord is now open. The mods are here to hang with you guys. The team is here, and I think this has been a fantastic session. Miguel, Dries, Mark, thank you so much for making time today. I know obviously you guys are incredibly busy getting this off the ground, but very stoked to be sharing the stage with you guys. And for all the collectors that are in here, welcome to Hero. This is it, and very excited to share in this experience with you all.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Cheers.
I should have forgot. It wasn't even fucking mic wasn't even on. So yeah, guys. So yeah, their team, they're really responsive. The other day we were on one of the Twitter Spaces, and Miguel was there, the guy with the rabbit avatar at the very corner, had the purple like background. He was on there, so they're really responsive. So I have a really good feeling about this project, this team. It is a major brand, so you best believe it's gonna be good. They're gonna be putting out some good stuff on there. So yeah, guys. If anything, so yeah. I mean, I don't know if when you first got into VV, you got that feeling in your stomach that, like, holy shit, I found something really good. I got that same feeling in my stomach when I saw the HRO and the Hero app. I saw the app, I saw what they were selling, I read the product, I saw what it was. Then I was reading Hello K's tweets on Twitter, which is at Surprise Cat if you want to follow K. I was reading his tweets and saw that one of his tweets said that they were the ones that printed the cards for Magic the Gathering, and that right there and then I knew that I had to buy these, have to be part of this project. And like I was saying earlier before, on Immutable Wax, I don't know if you saw the VV content creators, they put out a video when there supposedly was Pokemon on there. Remember, Pokemon was on there. There was a square that said Pokemon, and we all thought it was maybe like a hack, and so was Yu-Gi-Oh on there. Well, now we're finding out that Hero is on there now. So if they're on there, guess what? There's a big possibility that that tile of the Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon was actually theirs. Maybe it wasn't Vivi's, but it was someone on the Immutable layer already, which could have been Hero. So there's a huge possibility we can actually get Pokemon on the Hero app. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. We can probably get Magic the Gathering. We can probably maybe one day it will be gamified. We can actually play Magic the Gathering on the Immutable X. You know what I mean? So I think this project has huge potential. Huge potential. I got that same feeling in my stomach when I saw this, and I knew I had to get into it right away. But yeah, guys, that's just my opinion. You know, it's not financial advice. That's just what I think it's gonna happen, and I mean, I could be wrong, but there's some evidence there that Pokemon and those guys could be theirs. So yeah. As you can see there, everyone's going ham, everyone's going on the chat. But yeah, guys, tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. I mean, what do you think we can get some Pokemon on here? I mean, maybe some Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, it's a good possibility. We got DC on here. I mean, I don't remember seeing a tile for DC on there, but I mean, you never know, right? You never know. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the AMA with the Hero team. So thanks for jumping in. Stick around, subscribe to my channel, give the video a like, hit the bell for notifications so you get more get my notifications when I put out videos and we do live streams like this. And remember, guys, when I do get my packs, I'll be doing some live giveaways when I open those packs. So if you guys want to be a part of that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can know when I'm gonna be doing that. But yeah, guys, thanks again, thanks for being here, and see you guys later. Peace.